welcome to today's video. My name is Brie. Today we're talking about all the things that I want to make in 2024. So if you've got some crochet, grab that, grab some tea. We're just gonna have a chat because I am excited. So in 2023, the year that has been, I was really obsessed with crochet. I don't know how many pieces I made. I have another video going through what I've made in the last year and I really loved it. I just became like, I don't know, literally obsessed with it and found the options of what I could make was pretty unlimited. But I kind of feel like I'm ready for a bit more of a challenge with adding knitting to that. So my first thing I want to do and make in 2024, it's more like learn to begin, is learn how to knit. My mum's quite a good knitter and she does it in and out. So she's taught me, I think maybe once before, how to knit just the general, well, I don't even know what it's called, knit stitch, whatever it is, not the pearl one. And I've just, as they've come up on my feed, been watching TikToks literally about how to knit. And I'm getting very excited. So I just have all of these visions of stuff I want to make. But to do that, it does require me to learn a brand new skill, which I don't love doing. Like, learning a new skill and not being good at it straight away is honestly my least favorite thing. But I'm going to learn. So I've put maybe some knitting needles on my Christmas list. No, I have. So we'll see if I get those. Otherwise, I will be purchasing a couple of things to make that knitting dream happen. And then beginning. And then the projects that I want to work on via knitting, through knitting, to begin is a jumper. So I really love the look of just chunky, giant, oversized knits. I don't super love wearing wool that's itchy, so I do want to invest a little bit in getting some nicer wool or cotton, because I like cotton a lot more. I just have really bad allergies with wools with lots of fibers that kind of fly off. So mohair, love the look of. I'm kind of mad about this. I'm like, I'll probably just do it anyway and take an antihistamine whenever I wear it. Getting some nice cotton and then making some big baggy oversized knits in like super simple patterns. I know that raglan I've done in crochet hopefully is easy enough to translate, but like again, I don't even know the basics of knitting. And like looking at people's knits, I'm like, I can't even comprehend how some things work, but I know once I've got it, I'll be able to do it just as well as I have done crochet. So I'm very excited for that. The other thing I want to knit is like a perfect cardigan. So a nice fluffy kind of high neck where the buttons join here, not like a V-neck, in like a yellow, I think. I don't know if it's just my mind being conditioned to love yellow fluffy cardigans because they keep coming up on my Pinterest, but that's what I would like, is a just perfect fluffy cardigan with like maybe some bell sleeves. That seems a little bit hard in my brain to figure out how to make now, but I will follow a pattern. With crochet, freehand has been great also because you can, I don't know, it's just easier to unravel, I feel. But I'm going to challenge myself to learn how to read patterns in knit and then actually create stuff off patterns. And now I'm holding this tea and it is very hot, so I don't know if this is a silly idea to hold. Anyway, the other thing I'd love to knit is just some knit like singlet tops. We're moving to the beach in 2 weeks, so we're in Brisbane currently and we're going to move to the sunny Sunshine Coast, and I really think some nice loose knit tops would just be perfect up there, in like some linen or natural kind of fibers that aren't wool. Yeah, they're gonna be worn a lot, and I think they're probably a simple one to start with, so I think I will start with just a knit top. When I started crocheting, I used just spotlight wool, and then as I've gone through figuring out what's a better quality wool to buy, I have accumulated some really nice wool and yarn, and I have like this linen, like a mint avocado green skeins, a bunch of skeins. I do need a yarn winder, but I want to knit something with them. But I think because I'm better at crochet, I should probably do something I'm really confident to make something good. So I might make some shirts out of those first. But I'm like, if I'm gonna knit, I want to do something I'll wear, so I should do it in a nicer wool, but that's risky because then it might not be great. yeah, we'll see. I'll cross that bridge when I get to it. Another thing that I'm wanting to create in 2024 are Deji Studio style sets and dresses, pretty much anything Deji Studio makes. I just love how simple they are. So finding some patterns that are kind of similar to the way they have, just super minimal linen, cotton. I think that's kind of all they use. Incorporating those into my wardrobe, because I have just too many clothes at the moment, so I am on a bit of a spending ban from op shopping because I was addicted this year. But I'm not on a sewing ban, so we will be making some stuff. I showed in a different video the fabric that I bought on sale. That was like this Japanese beautiful cotton that was really cheap. So making some like pant sets, flowy tops, tie tops. I think that would be just the best for summer, Queensland especially. Because you do have to take into account that it is going to be bloody hot. So we work with it, make some light flowy garments. Okay, the other thing that I'm wanting to sew, now that I'm getting a little bit more comfortable with using patterns, again, I hate being told what to do, so I just for a long time was freehanding my sewing projects, which was so dumb because then I'd wear them and they'd just be slightly off fit wise, and I'd never put them on again. So use patterns, they're good for you, especially when you're starting. But now I'm confident in using patterns, or confident-ish, not that confident. I want to take some of these vintage tablecloths that I've gotten from the op shop and turn them into some cute tops, or I don't even know what else you can make. Honestly, just tops, flowy tops, maybe a dress. And then there's one giant crochet tablecloth I got that it's got a few holes on like both sides, but I think I can turn it into a really nice maxi skirt. So I showed in my summer crochet inspiration video some maxi skirts that I was obsessed with, but they will take a really long time to make if you are crocheting all of that work yourself. But hack, get an op shop tablecloth and I think I can turn it into a beautiful skirt. So I might make a video turning all of those tablecloths into items that I will wear. But I really love finding some old ladies' beautiful embroidery work whenever I am at an op shop, just having a look what's there. Because as someone who creates stuff, I know how much work went into that. So if I can reuse it in a way that makes it really, I don't know, usable again, because it is sad when they just sit there, especially if they have a little bit of like wear and tear or flaws on them, people aren't buying it. So I'm like, I can rework it into something. I have seen some people make quilts out of, what are they called? Doilies. So like patchworking doilies together and then like quilting it onto some fabric. So that looks nice. I don't think I want to do that just style-wise. It is a bit too frilly for me, says me who crochets all the time. Yeah, so we'll see what that turns into, but I think it's a really good way to reuse stuff that other people aren't using and kind of honor the work that someone else has put into things. I have made one item before out of a recycled tablecloth from the op shop. I'll show a photo somewhere, which all I didn't even use a pattern for this. This was a freehanded one that did work out. Is I just copied a button-up t-shirt I have for the size and then worked with whatever the tablecloth did fit-wise to fold over to make the front of the shirt. And I really love it. It's like very Brody inspired, which I think they probably have stuff made out of the exact same looking tablecloth. Yeah, so I love that and I know I will wear those items. All right, now to the crochet, because I'm not done with crochet. I am still very much obsessed. So my items to crochet this year are some very extra granny square jumper. A very extra granny square jumper. They just look so good. Like, I don't know if it would be a jumper or a, what's the other one? Cardigan. But I just want to make a million little squares. I'll probably be very frustrated at myself once I'm actually doing it. But make a lot of squares in like my favorite colors in a nice wool and just have a very crochet looking jumper. Because sometimes like you can make it look like knit, or some people don't like that look of granny squares because they look a bit like old lady-ish, but I'm like, I'm gonna embrace it. I'm gonna make the most epic, colorful crochet granny square jumper. There are a few other ones I want to make within that granny square category, but I am going to do another video looking at all the different things you can make with granny squares, because I'm a big fan of just the traditional good old granny square, epically granny-ish jumper. The other crochet thing I want to make kind of along those lines is just an item, unknown what it will be, that is very much in a creative crochet style, so incorporating more of the freehand crochet that people are doing, that I think is just awesome. Like, I can't remember who I've seen do it. I know Jenna Phipps did a vest that was freehand crochet, but just make it very me. Like, I want to get a little bit more stylistic in the things that I crochet now that I've kind of got the freedom to do that. I love when I see someone come out with something that's like new and exciting, and honestly it's normally pretty colorful and bright. So I just want to experiment a little bit more with crochet and see what I can come up with. Obviously there's very rarely any actual new ideas, but try and make something that isn't so much inspired by what I've seen on Pinterest. Probably is, because it's still like in my brain. But whatever comes out, I just want to make something that's very me, very unique to what I like making, what I think would look good, colors, style, all of that. So it will probably end up being a jumper. Sounds like I'm making a lot of jumpers this year. Nah, let's go with like a vesty top type thing. That's probably a safer bet. Yeah, but get stylized with it. I put get creative, design something uniquely my own with freehand crochet, distressed kind of look, like just something weird, something exciting. Yeah, I think that will really inspire me if I get in a bit of a creative rut at any point in 2024. All right, now these last ones are my options that I probably won't do, but they are in my head as eventually I want to learn how to make them. So leather work, I would love to make a full leather bag. I've bought some leather to add a strap to a crochet bag that I'm currently making, and I am very excited to do that, to see how it works. Like, I'm already gonna binge watch videos on how to do that and do it well. So I'm like, may as well just go the whole hog and become a leather worker. I don't know what the word is, a leather artisan, who knows? Yeah, I love good quality, like very minimal leather bags. So I think I could do it, but again, do I need to do every hobby because you can? Probably not. So yeah, we'll see. That could be a 2025 option. Who knows what I'll be doing with my life at that point, but I'm always looking for a new hobby, so we shall see. Yeah, that is the end of my list. What else is there? I want to sew more. I want to use patterns more. I want to get a little bit more technical in my sewing skills, because I tend to do things very minimally and work within my like limitations. But I do think it's time I pushed myself. Like, I learned how to do buttonholes really well the other week, and I was like, that was so much easier than I thought. If I hadn't have like actually just sat down, watched a tutorial, then I wouldn't have realized how easy it was. I'm like, how many things are out there that are actually quite easy? Who knows? Yeah, those are pretty much it. And some point next year, I'd love to have a house that we can renovate. Don't know if that will happen, but we'll see. It'll be fun looking back on this video, me dreaming. Maybe my creative projects will be renovating an old house, but fingers crossed, that might happen. That might not happen. We'll find out. Life is weird. Yeah, that's kind of all. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for sticking around. I have really been loving making these videos and just, I don't know, engaging with the people who are commenting, and it's just been great. So if you like this sort of content, please follow along. I'm also hoping to do some more life related stuff. I am a wellness coach and a Pilates instructor, and I have a broad background in lots of creative things like ballet. Yeah, so I'd love to talk about that sort of stuff at some point. So if you do have any questions, please pop them below. Otherwise, subscribe to see more of my videos. If they're not for you, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. See ya.